What's going on, Fantasy World? It's your boy Hot Soup. I'm coming to you live, man, with our top 5 starts for week number 5. So right now, man, our top 5 starts for week 5 is going to be interesting. These are going to be a lot of guys that, we might not start on a regular, but this week you got to get them in your lineups. It's got to be piss poor defenses they going against. It's got to be game time situations. We got to think about real time situations on what's going on. And I'm going to back it up with statistics showing that I am a genie. And our first player that we're going to talk to is a must start this week. This guy is a model of consistency, and he's going against a Bears defense that it has given up a lots of yards on the ground to opposing running backs. Chuba Hubbard. This guy, when he's playing, has been one of the most consistent running backs in the NFL this year. Chuba Hubbard, in the last 2 games, has had 39 rushes for 218 yards. He has also combined 9 targets for 9 receptions, meaning he's catching everything thrown his way for 9 receptions off 9 targets, meaning everything being thrown his way is money for 72 yards and a touchdown. That is 2 TDs in 2 games. That is also 300 yards in overall yardage in 2 games. That's 150 yards a game plus a touchdown. You got to get this guy in your lineups this week against Chicago. Hey, man, I love Chicago in this game, but Chuba's going to have a big day. Chicago's defense is shutting everything down through the air. Andy Dalton is going to be getting sacked. I'm not liking what I see for Andy Dalton this week or anything going on with that offense. We will shut it down through the air, but we will give it up in the middle. This week, Chuba Hubbard goes off on Chicago, who is ranked 22nd in the NFL versus the run. 18 touches, 105 yards, and a touchdown, good for 18.5 points in fantasy standard scoring. Yahoo. That's right, man. Chuba, choo, choo. And our next player gotta be a must start. This guy is a must start. Big play, Jayden Reed. That's right, man. In the 2 games that Jayden Reed has played with Jordan Love, this man has 11 receptions, 277 yards, and 3 TDs, also 35 yards rushing. That is over 310 yards, 312 yards to be exact total in 2 games. Man, listen, man. Jayden Reed knows how to go get those jump balls. He proved that in week 4. He's an explosive player. Man, Jayden Reed, big time playmaking QB Jordan Love he's connected to. Oh my God. Jayden Reed's going against the LA Rams this week, who is just giving up to everybody through the air, ranked 31st against the receiver. Man, Jayden Reed is going to be the man, looking like the late Bills Andre Reed right now. That's right, man. Jayden Reed goes off for 11 targets, 8 receptions, 122 yards, and a tutty. And he's going to give us 22.2 fantasy points in Yahoo standard scoring. Hey, man, you heard it from the soup. If you got Jayden Reed, get him in your lineup. And our third player that we got to start this week, man, and he's a bear about time. The coming home of DeAndre Swift. Man, DeAndre Swift is going against Carolina this week. They are ranked 31st against the running back. Not only that, check out this. Last week, DeAndre Swift led the Bears in receiving and in rushing, 165 yards total. That's number 1. Now check out these stats. Carolina just gave up last week 92 total yards and 2 TDs to Chase Brown and 78 total yards and a TD to Zach Moss. 131 of that was on the ground. 170 yards they just gave up. Man, DeAndre Swift is about to go nuts. All right? If you got DeAndre Swift, get him in your lineup because he about to give Carolina a smooth Swift kicking ass. And our fourth player for top 5 starts in week 5, we're going to have to start this guy. Must start, no brainer, Jordan Love. Woo-hoo. The 2 games that Jordan Love has played, he has showed his ass. Man, doing his thing out here. On the 2 games Jordan Love did not play, Jayden Reed, shell of himself. The 2 games he played, Jayden Reed, the number 1 receiver in the NFL. You heard it from the soup, man. Jordan Love is going up against LA Rams, who are ranked 31st against the pass. That's right, man. They are giving up the most yards to quarterbacks. In the 2 games that Jordan Love has played, he has 649 yards and 6 touchdowns. That is incredible. All right, there's no quarterback balling out like Love right now. The Rams just gave up 165 yards to DeAndre Swift last week. What makes you think Love ain't about to hang 3+ on their head? This week, Jordan Love, 321 yards passing, 3 touchdowns. He's going to give you an interception, 4 rushes for 15 yards, good for 24.35 fantasy points. He will be a top 4 quarterback in week 5. Do not set your lineups until you get Love in your lineup. If you don't have him, hey, man, too bad for you. Man, you heard it from the soup. Start Jordan Love in week 5. And our 5th player that you have got to get in your lineups. And at first we didn't know what to do, but we were drafting him. We were drafting him off of potential, and his potential has come through. Brian Thomas Jr., man, out here looking like the late Demaryius Thomas, if you ask me, with his size, his speed, his prowess on the field, vision, the ability to high point the ball, the ability to get open in the end zone. This guy is everything that the Jaguars wanted to draft when they drafted a receiver. Listen, man, he is the number 1 in Jacksonville right now. Brian Thomas Jr. continues to blow up. He's been a model of consistency. He is the number 14 overall receiver right now in fantasy scoring. That's a high-end wide receiver too. And he was being drafted in double-digit rounds. That's right, man. This guy is a freak. Brian Thomas Jr. coming off 2 games, his last 2 games with 9 targets. Man, listen, only juniors I see out there is those little tykes in coverage. Brian Thomas Jr. this week against Indianapolis, ranked 26th against the receiver, will get 10 targets, 8 receptions, 118 yards receiving, and a TD. He has been building continuity with Trevor Lawrence. Let me tell y'all, man, 21.8 points out of Brian Thomas Jr. He will be a top 12 play this week. You heard it from the soup. Get him in your lineups. Lock it, load it, set it, and forget it. Those are your top 5 starts for week number 5. Come check us out our next episode for our top 5 sits. You can come check me out on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, inbox me. You got any lineup questions or you just want to talk shit, man? Let's do it. It's your boy Hot Soup, and I'm out.